Hello everyone. Today we're going to discuss the UK autumn statement, the preliminary PMIs, the US Black Friday shopping day, the German IFO index, Japan's CPI, and the primaries for the French conservative Le Républicain Party. This is Marshall Gittler, head of investment research here at FXPRIMUS, bringing you my week in focus. Traders who are exhausted by all the excitement of the last 2 weeks can relax a bit this week. Maybe. With the U.S. Thanksgiving holiday on Thursday, many U.S. traders close up shop at midday Wednesday and take Friday off as well. Japan, too, will be closed for its Thanksgiving on Wednesday. Of course, that could just mean thinner, more volatile markets. The UK autumn statement on Wednesday isn't likely to shock the markets. In the wake of the Brexit vote, Chancellor Hammond may delay his predecessor's plan to narrow the deficit, but he's unlikely to change the overall direction of policy. Nonetheless, with the economy receiving more support from the fiscal side, it shouldn't need as much support from the monetary side. That means the statement could be bullish for the pound. The same day, the major economies' preliminary purchasing managers' indices, the PMIs, will be released. The PMIs so far, last month, suggested that the global economy is in relatively good shape, with many of the major countries in the upper right-hand corner accelerating expansion quadrant, as you can see from the graph. The November Eurozone PMIs are expected to be a bit weaker, while the U.S. manufacturing PMI is expected to be a bit stronger. That difference could reinforce the economic divergence theme and push Eurodollar even lower. For the U.S., the other major indicators are durable goods and new home sales on Wednesday. But the big event is Black Friday on Friday. The day is referred to as black because, supposedly, retailers operate in the red for the whole year until that day when Christmas shopping begins and they go into the black. Reports of how well the sales go on that day are considered to be an early indication of how the crucial Christmas shopping season will go, and are therefore an important barometer of the health of the U.S. consumer and the U.S. economy. The release of the minutes of the November FOMC meeting would normally be a big event, but with the market already attributing a 96 probability to a rate hike in December, it's hard to see how the needle can move much further. For the EU, after the PMIs, the IFO indices will be the major indicator. They're expected to be unchanged. That would be an improvement, actually, from the ZEW index, and would show sentiment at least holding up in the wake of the U.S. presidential election. That could be taken as positive for the euro. Japan announces its CPI on Thursday, Friday morning, Tokyo time. The national CPI is expected to just poke its nose back into positive territory because of the rise in fresh food prices. Nonetheless, the pace of increase in prices isn't likely to be fast enough to change monetary policy for some time. Accordingly, U.S. politics and global risk-on, risk-off are more likely to be the driver of the yen than domestic economics for now. Speaking of politics, the French Conservative Party Sunday held the first round of its two-round process to select the party's presidential candidate, and will hold the second round next Sunday. Whoever wins is likely to go up against the National Front's Marine Le Pen in the final round of the presidential election next May, and should have a good chance of winning. Thus, this election may decide the next president of France, one way or the other. This is Marshall Gittler, head of investment research at FXPRIMUS. Get more market insights on our education pages and turn your trading ideas into action with FXPRIMUS, the safest place to trade.